taking me to the sanitarium. You're not taking me to the sanitarium. Put on this. Benny, it's not even on this. Get some. Put on this. Put on this, Benny.
Hello, it's Peter Bradshaw from The Guardian here. Welcome back to my partially eased lockdown vlog, which is doggedly carrying on. We can see a light at the end of the tunnel, possibly, can we? I don't know, with cinemas reportedly reopening at the middle or perhaps towards the end of next month. And we've heard a rather bizarre statement from the head of the AMC chain in the United States that he's not going to force patrons to wear face masks because that would be too political. One trend that's possibly developing in lockdown with films released straight to streaming services is the emergence of very interesting European subtitled films, which are deservedly, I think, getting much more attention than would otherwise be the case. And a very good example of this is a film called The Ground Beneath My Feet by the Austrian filmmaker Mary Kreutzer.
Grüß Gott. Sie wissen, warum Sie hier sind und was passiert ist?
Es wird gelingen, 85% der Belegschaft zu halten.
Es ist Sonntag, Birgit. Geh mal in die Luft.
Heute ist Montag.
Ist nicht dein Ernst.
Lola?
Ich glaube, dass ich halluziniere.
Lola?
Ich habe eine Schwester.
Valerie Pachner plays Lola, a young, dynamic, driven, somewhat yuppie-ish management consultant who lives alone, lives utterly for her work, but is nonetheless having an exciting but somewhat dysfunctional affair with her boss, Elisa, played by Mavi Herbiger. Lola's life is turned upside down when the news comes through that her older sister, who like their late mother suffers from paranoid schizophrenia, has attempted to take her own life and has now effectively been sectioned. Lola has clearly grown up defining herself in opposition to her sister. She is well, her sister is ill. She's a winner, her sister is a loser. But this new catastrophe of her sister's clearly contaminates Lola's own complacent view of her own identity, and she begins to doubt her own rationality and her sanity. It's a very scary and intimate and effective film. I think of it as something in the uncanny realist mode of Olivier Assayas's Personal Shopper or Michael Haneke's Hidden. The Ground Beneath My Feet is available on streaming services now. The other film I want to talk about is a documentary, Inmate #1, The Rise of Danny Trejo.
You might have seen me once in a while.
Desperado, Heat,
Dusk Till Dawn.
Con Air.
Machete. They make movies and stories about guys like Danny. Danny is that guy.
There are plenty of movie actors who've done jail time, but very few who've done jail time before they became famous, and very few who've done as much jail time as Danny Trejo, which is almost 10 years off and on throughout the 1960s. He became a movie extra, then a bit part player, then got small roles, and finally achieved his professional apotheosis as the star of Robert Rodriguez's mexploitation thriller Machete, in which, in one extraordinary scene, he abseils out of a building using his victim's intestine. Surely one of the most staggering scenes in the history of action cinema. Of course, it's possible to sentimentalise or romanticise Danny Trejo's previous existence in prison, but I think it's interesting that he became friendly with the ex-con and pulp novelist Eddie Bunker, who played Mr. Blue in Reservoir Dogs. And I think in some ways Danny Trejo's previous life should have been the subject of a novel by Elmore Leonard. Today happens to be my birthday, but more importantly, it's the birthday of the legendary screen star Gena Rowlands, who is 90 years old today. Here she is in the 1968 film Faces by John Cassavetes.
On the summer air, I see her dripping with a light something grows. Happy as a...
Kitty? Kitty?
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Now if Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where is the peck of pickled peppers Peter picked? Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter picked? Huh?
If you like these vlogs of mine, and really who wouldn't, Please share them on social media and subscribe.